This is Tristan from www.primaledgehealth.com and coming to you today with some musings on the ketogenic diet. And the title of this video, the tentative title, I'm not sure what it's actually going to be called, but I think the title of this video should be, how long should I remain on a ketogenic diet for? So there's kind of the question and the concept. For how long should I remain on a ketogenic diet for? Alright, first of all, ketogenic diet is not for everybody. But this is a very contextual question. Just like any question, the answer always depends on context. Now, for somebody who's very overweight, for somebody who's been eating a standard American diet, or standard European diet, wherever you are, the standard Western diet might be a better name for it, where you're eating a lot of junk food, refined carbohydrates, combined with high fat, the perfect recipe for insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, and all kinds of health issues. For somebody who's got a lot of weight to lose and is coming from a situation like that, I would say that long-term ketosis might be very desirable. Now, that doesn't mean that through this entire time that you're losing weight, you never exit ketosis. That doesn't mean that you need to be in deep ketosis all the time. Now, a ketogenic diet, in my opinion, would have been traditionally and historically, ancestrally, implemented during certain times of the year, namely the winter time, when carbohydrates are not readily available, when most of the foods that are available are high fat and protein foods. So a ketogenic diet is kind of in a lot of ways tied in to winter, tied into the winter months. Ketogenic diet is something that our ancestors would have likely been entering into during these winter phases when carbohydrates were not readily available. Now, I live in the Andes of Ecuador right now. I live very close to the equator, in a place where carbohydrates are readily available year-round. Yet, I choose to be on a ketogenic diet for the last about 2 years now, to have a ketogenic diet as my main dietary pathway. Now, that doesn't mean I've never exited ketosis in the last 2 years. I'm not a zealot about it. It's just something that I really enjoy. And I'm also not saying that people who don't get out of ketosis are zealots. I think there's a tendency in internet comments and in internet media for everything to take to the extremes. Now, of course, in my life, I've had a tendency to take things to extremes, which has led me to injuries, which has led me to lots of unnecessary pain, but valuable lessons in life. And as far as a ketogenic diet, when I entered into it, I really didn't have an intention of making it a long-term thing, but I ended up enjoying the benefits so much. I ended up enjoying the cognitive effects, the effects that it had on lowering the inflammation in my body so much that I ended up making it the staple dietary pathway in my life for the last 2 years. Now, for every individual who starts a ketogenic diet, the length of which I would probably recommend they stay in ketosis would be different. So people who've got a lot of weight to lose, people who've got a lot of damage that they've done to their bodies through perpetually long summers, through eating high carbohydrate, high refined carbohydrate, high sugar diets, combined with high fat for so long, it might be very desirable to maintain ketosis longer term. Now, for other people, it might be desirable to do like on a seasonal approach. But this is all contextual. There are no... A ketogenic diet is perfectly safe long term. Let me just say that. There is no physiological reason why you should need to avoid a ketogenic diet long term. In fact, I would say that there's a lot of benefits to doing keto long term, that the benefits of doing a ketogenic diet long term are kind of undeniable at this point. As far as the neuroprotective effects, the tumor inhibition effects that it has, lots of cancer patients have successfully used a ketogenic diet to manage cancer as a part of their therapy for their cancer long term and been totally fine and felt better than they would on a carbohydrate based diet. That also doesn't mean that everybody needs to do it long term. So there's a lot of different caveats to the answer to this question, and it's very contextual. Now, there's no downsides to doing a ketogenic diet long term. There are no negative physical effects of long term ketosis that I know of, that I've seen, that I've noticed in my life. But some people may want to do ketosis on a seasonal type basis, on a seasonal type approach, where you do a ketogenic diet for 3 to 6 months, then you transition into eating more carbohydrates. I would not recommend eating lots of refined carbohydrates. I would not recommend eating lots of junk food, turning to a if it fits your microwave style diet. Still all about eating whole, nutritious foods. But me personally, when I'm not utilizing a ketogenic diet, and the longest I've been able to go has been 3 days on a carbohydrate-based diet. Pretty soon I'm going to try to go at least a week eating carbs again, see how that goes, transition back into ketosis, because I kind of like coming in and out of ketosis every once in a while. Now, I don't recommend a cyclical ketogenic diet to most anybody. And by cyclical ketogenic diet, I mean where people are doing 5 to 6 days eating keto style, and then 1 day high carbohydrate intake. Now, this can work for many people. It can work for, it will work for some people, but it's not going to be ideal for most people. Now, for me personally, I prefer not to utilize that approach. I would prefer to maintain ketosis for several months, or at least 8 weeks, and then maybe have a day or two eating some carbohydrates and then get back on the keto diet. I would not recommend doing every 7 days a carbohydrate refeed. It just ends up in this negative cycle for a lot of people and isn't really beneficial for biomarkers, for health, for the longevity of your diet. I don't really like that word, but we got to use it. It's a linguistically loaded term for a lot of people. So yeah, those are some of my thoughts on how long a ketogenic diet might be desirable. Somebody who's got lots of weight to lose, maintaining deep ketosis for a long time, usually a lot easier for them, and very enjoyable and desirable. Somebody who likes the benefits of a ketogenic diet, who's trying to reduce inflammation, somebody who's got some injuries that they're dealing with, some deep-seated inflammation in some of their joints and bones that a ketogenic diet seems to help. Somebody like me, I also enjoy doing ketogenic diet long term. But all of these people can easily go in and out of ketosis occasionally. There's nothing wrong with eating carbohydrates now and then. Now, the holidays are coming up. A lot of people are going to be falling off the wagon, feeling bad about it, feeling guilty about it. Don't feel guilty if you mess up. Own it. Get back on track. Get back on the road that you're traveling on, and enjoy the ride. If you're going to make a decision, own it, enjoy it, get back on track. Line yourself up, line your will and your intentions up with your goals, and good things will happen. So, my long-winded answer to the question, how long should I do a ketogenic diet, is of course it's contextual. Some people may desire to do it longer term. Some people may desire to do it seasonally, or come out of ketosis now and then. That's totally fine. Whatever approach you decide to go for, be honest with yourself and with be honest about the results that you're getting, and enjoy the ride. So, you can check us out at www.primaledgehealth.com. We've got some cool announcements coming up this week. We are coming to the States, and Jessica has been making a whole bunch of pemmican. Now, we'll make a separate video about this pretty soon. You guys all know that I really enjoy pemmican, and Jessica makes some amazing pemmican. She's making pemmican with using mostly beef heart and adding a little bit of liver in there. And it's really delicious, and I think we're going to offer a pretty small amount of it, probably less than 50 pounds we'll have, but we're going to be offering some of our homemade artisan pemmican made with grass-fed, grass-finished beef heart, and a little bit of liver from here in the Andes of Ecuador, southern Andes of Ecuador. We live in Vilcabamba in particular, so I look forward to coming to the States, visiting some family, and yeah, look forward to sharing some pemmican with you guys. So we'll make an announcement we'll have to figure out the pricing structure and everything and how that's going to work. And we're going to probably do pre-order only. and we'll be landing in the States on December 12th. So it'll be kind of around Christmas time, a couple weeks before Christmas when we're there. And yeah, really excited to come visit some family and see my grandmother who's in hospice, who's 90 years old, awesome woman. And excited to share some pemmican with you guys. So Jessica's actually working on some pemmican right now, and I can't wait to try this batch. Can't wait to share it with you guys. So check us out, www.primaledgehealth.com. If you want coaching, we got some products, we got articles, lots more content, more videos, and lots more good stuff coming. Lots of exciting announcements to come. Guys, have a good one. Stay focused. Ketogenic diet, how long should I do it? Of course, it's contextual. Some people may desire it longer term. Some people may like coming in and out of ketosis occasionally. I believe there can be benefits to having that metabolic flexibility, the ability to come out of ketosis, come back in, but I wouldn't recommend that most people do it all the time. Like the carb night thing, not so into that approach. Although, coming out of ketosis now and then, I think it can be beneficial to a lot of people, and I think it can be fun and exciting. So, stay focused, line up your intention and your will with your real goals, and be honest with yourself about what's really going on. All right, talk to you soon.